Hey everyone, Kristin Sherry here with another episode of Maximize 365, a year of actionable tips to transform your life. So we're going to be working in the career section for this episode. I've already done a number of episodes on how to discover your strengths and managing the overuse of strengths. So you can check out the self-discovery playlist on the channel and access those. And the next of the 4 pillars of career fit after your strengths are your values. So the strengths are how you work, the values are why you work. So the quote today is one of my favorites. It comes from Helen Keller. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. So your values are really important for setting a vision for your life. And oftentimes we end up down these paths that don't suit us, whether it's a relationship we're in, the friendships we have, the career we're in, and oftentimes there's a values misalignment at work. And we don't bend on our values, we break on our values. When our values are crossed, it's just a no-go, it's a non-starter. So your values are your judgment on what's most important to you in life. That's really what your values are. And when you know your values, it helps in a number of ways. Number one, it guides your boundaries and helps you hold them. So if respect is one of your top values, you make sure you treat people with respect and you don't allow people to disrespect you, because we train people how to treat us. It helps you create a vision for your life. So if one of your values is adventure, you don't want to take the safe course. You don't want to take that cushy, safe job that you do the routine thing every day and there's no sense of adventure or risk in that job. So your life will more align to what's important to you if you have a vision so that you can make intentional choices. The third thing is aids decision making aligned to your vision. So it's very easy to say no to something if you know your top value is making a difference in people's lives. Will this make a difference in someone's life? There's an opportunity cost to our decision. When we decide to do this, it's at the expense of doing that. And it helps us make those decisions aligned to our values. Number 4 is it keeps you focused on what's important to you. So you don't find yourself spending your days doing things that just don't seem to matter and feeling like there's no purpose. Why am I even here? So despite the importance of this, the majority of people I know go through their life without even knowing their values. If you don't know your values, if you don't identify them, how can you make decisions aligned to them? How can you make choices? How can you very clearly know when someone's violating a value and what it is, and be able to have a conversation or set boundaries or distance yourself from that person? So we end up in relationships and in jobs where we don't feel honored. So our values don't align with the work we're doing, either the culture that we're in or whom we're working for when we end up in jobs that don't fit our values. So values are critical for relationship choices. People often focus on personality differences, like personality conflict is what you always hear a lot about. But incompatible values are a bigger deal breaker. My husband and I have very different personalities, but we get along swimmingly, and it's because we have a shared value system. And we are always on the same page about things, even if our approach to life is different based on our personality. So here's your idea for action. So you could, if you wanted to, get your personalized UMAP to discover your prioritized values at bit.ly/orderumap, and the O in order, the Y in U, and the M in map is capitalized. I'll put the link, but I always give a free option for people. I am just not the type of person that likes to do things the slow manual way. I'd rather pay for something and get it done faster. But in fact, if you're watching this video, I'm going to give you a code, YouAreMore. If you use YOUAREMORE, you can get a discount on your UMAP. But if you'd like a free manual option to identify and prioritize your top 5 to 10 values, you can go to myumap.com/worksheets, and that's all lowercase. So reflect on your work in your career, whether you're an entrepreneur or you work for someone else, and then pinpoint which values that your job, your manager, or the culture that you're in, organization, etc., or clients are violating and why. I cannot speak to this enough. When you don't like working with a client as an entrepreneur, it's almost always a values violation. So you value hard work and your client doesn't do their homework, or you value responsibility, accountability, and they're not taking it seriously, and you care more about their outcome than they do. So you need to really speak your values in your marketing and in your interview if you're searching for a job, so that you attract someone, a client or an employer with the same values as you. So then create a plan to address each values violation. So if you value something like service, and you feel like you aren't serving the community enough, or you want to get your family involved in that, that's something that you could do. But go through who's violating those values, and then what's your plan to address it? Is it a conversation? Is it creating boundaries? Is it removing something from your life, adding something to your life? So tell me in the comments, have you ever done a values exercise? My top 3 values are love and connection, autonomy, and making a difference in people's lives. What are your top values? Don't forget to subscribe. Take care.